Welcome back to the Coach Hemi fall workout. Same mission, getting better. We just flipped divisions. This time it's the boys division, and getting off to a good start there with the easy lay-in is number 3. That's Zay Kern. Marcus Burnett joined by Jonathan Hemingway here at Wilson Central High School in Lebanon, Tennessee.
Marcus, glad to join you here. Just finished up the girls session a little less than an hour ago. Now we got the guys in here. Exciting weekend of basketball. We set the tone very early on with these guys, wanting to bring energy and wanting to get better. And they really responded last night. I was very impressed with the overall attitude and atmosphere of the camp last night during our skill sessions, and hoping that it's going to carry over here onto Sunday.
Guys coming out with pep in the step early on. I'm just looking to get loose so that the scoreboard can follow suit. Number 21 appearing to be pretty loose already, and one Taiwan Hamilton with the hoop in the harm.
Taiwan goes to Lead Academy. We're familiar with Lead Academy. DeMarco Jackson, who signed with Coker last year, went to Lead Academy. So several, I believe they're the Eagles. The Eagles have always been big supporters of the Coach Hemi Camp Series.
One Eagle here trying to soar as Hamilton off to a good start there with the three-point play the hard way. Couldn't keep it in bounds, but Kavon Hill showing off a little bounce there on that rebound.
Nice up and under there on the interior. I believe that's Aru from Wilson Central on the interior getting that one to go.
Way too easy there. Number 2, DeAllen Bailey makes it 6-3.
Bailey out of Mississippi made the drive up this weekend. Good finish on the interior.
Catch in traffic. Shot bothered by a couple swinging arms in there. I'll tell you what, he's definitely active in terms of rebounding against Kavon Hill.
Yes, sir.
Haven't had a couple rebounds that's been tough to hold on to with guys reaching in there trying to knock it away, but like his level of activity there. Might have been an and one there for Aru.
Aru's impressed me. 6'5", as I mentioned, plays here at Wilson Central. His touch has gotten a lot better since the last time we saw him. Been very consistent on the interior, but this young man, 22, Zell Eddings, 2019, another Wilson Central product. Was really impressed with his energy, his vocal leadership, even though he's an underclassman. Really set the tone yesterday.
And you know the affinity we have for the mid-range. That guy, he caught and shot that one. Apparently not a lost start in his case, as we're going to have some substitutions after that last score there by number 3, Zay Kern.
Kern's been active. And he's got a bunch of points early on here, 11-5 after the first 4 minutes.
Hamilton in attack mode, denied there on that one.
Good pass.
Pass was made by DeAllen Bailey. They don't get the finish to cap it off, but a good look, as you mentioned. Mason Winningham, number 5, is now in the game. He's joined on the floor by number 1, C.J. Herbert, number 2, DeAllen Bailey. Keto Aru is still there and on the block going to work. And he'll go to the free throw line.
Aru is such a physical specimen down there. Strong. It's hard to keep him off of his spot. And the fact that he's got the footwork now and the touch makes him a productive player. Maybe some work to be done on that free throw, however.
Close that door. Drive coming in there on that one, 11-5. Silky smooth stroke there by number 28, Kavon Hill.
You mentioned Hill's activity earlier. You see C.J. Herbert getting to it. Nice long-range jumper there by Herbert. We'll talk about him in a moment. But Hill, got to give a shout-out to his high school coach, Jason Piercy at Middle Tennessee Christian School. They had a deep run into the TSSAA playoffs last year, made it to the state tournament, to the House of Glass, as they call it, Middle Tennessee State. And I know that Hill's going to be a big part of what Coach Piercy's going to want from his team this year.
There as he splashes that one, Aru with the hand in face, doesn't matter. Hill with the splash. That's an easy layup drill there for number 2, DeAllen Bailey. Starkville High School attendee.
Glad to see Des Simpson back in the building. You see him 24, point guard on the perimeter.
Tyler Hayes splashes the triple there. Yes, Simpson, a Coach Hemi fixture here, continuing to come here each year and work to get better. Hayes with the silky smooth jump shot, helping his team's cause, making it 16-11. Both teams shooting with precision. This time is Mason Winningham.
What I appreciated about that sequence is you see Simpson knock down the jumper. Winningham hits that jumper, immediately points over to Aru. Aru points back to him. You know, just good, being a good teammate right there, you know, acknowledging the pass.
Has Aru.
Aru's like, you didn't have to do all that.
As Aru said, look, I don't mind. I'm all for the contact, but Aru says there's got to be some context there, man. There's some boundaries there. As the big fella heads to the free throw line. But yeah, Hemi, agree, man. Just the body language, just the working together. You know, you look at a guy like Steve Nash, and I don't know how they tracked the homework, but they did it. They said he averaged 239 positive touches with his teammate during the course of a game. Now, whether that's embellished or not, the reality of it is I can believe that with Steve Nash. He was always patting somebody on the head, giving a guy an attaboy, and that type of stuff goes a long way when you talk about energy and getting things done.
Lots of positive energy coming from Kine Aru, 2018 6'5" post player. This young man, several buckets. Him and Zay Kern and DeAllen Bailey have their team out to a 6-point lead.
Aru definitely playing like he's at home and protecting his court as such. He'll get a breather, 16-22 is your score. Tell you what, Hamilton is not afraid to mix things up. He has been attacking the heart of the defense, looking to draw fouls and finish.
Yeah, I like Hamilton's aggressiveness.
And I got to be honest, I give Hamilton credit, man, because Hemi, it's so funny in basketball, we always talk about the airport test and we joke. Yep. My first time seeing a guy come out in shorts with windbreaker material and go to work. Hey, I got to be honest, Hamilton is, I looked at the airport test. I said, okay, this youngster's out here to work. And Hamilton is out here showing you, man, that doesn't have to be mesh, doesn't have to be the normal material. A guy can get buckets and windbreakers.
I like the style, man. I mean, the guys these days, James Harden, bringing back the short shorts. It's the way to be now.
At the end of the day, you got to be yourself. You do you. Who cares what you got on?
It only looks good when you play well, and right now,
plain and simple.
It looks very good.
Are you saying he's going to create a fad? With the way he's playing right now, you might see a couple other guys.
Hey, if he has Lead Academy come out with all of that material this year and they win a state championship, well, there you go.
Exactly. Mission accomplished. Bucket scored inside. That'll make it 26-18. It's an 8-point advantage for Team 1.
C.J. Herbert with the jump hook on the interior. Like Herbert's game. He's a local kid out of Mount Juliet. Goes to Nashville Christian. sharpshooter. And look at him, getting loose balls, finishing on the interior. CJ playing his role very well.
Herbert makes it 18-28, 10-point advantage. Someone bounces around, won't fall. Rebound pulled down by Zay Kern. Kern loses the handle momentarily. Herbert.
CJ. Oh, good move. Couldn't get it to fall, though.
Simpson hesitates. And the turnover. Simpson turns it over there, but you see the gradual progress he's been able to make each year. More comfortable with the ball. You saw him knock down the jumper, hand and face a couple possessions ago. Just a little bit more wherewithal out there on the floor as he's put in more work.
He's definitely been putting in work, Marcus, excuse me. Been working with this high school coach, Coach Reggie Tucker out of the Cleveland, Tennessee area. And as he grows and as he develops, you know, his production continues to increase. Nice shot.
Hazel Eddings. Talked about him knocking down the mid-range on the catch and shoot minutes ago. Here shooting like he's on his home floor as well. Barry Wilson Central, good 4 feet behind the line. He's almost playing volleyball. He takes a couple more steps back. Swishes that one.
Speaking of swishing shots, that's our man. I think that's Matt Levi, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it sure was. Matthew Levi, number 7 in white.
Levi makes it 21-31.
Good pass. Look at this. Aru with another one. Immediately gives his point guard a high five, and that assist delivered by Malik Bradford.
You know, Aru is doing something similar to what we saw Liz Dixon do on the girls' side of things in terms of having some ability, but really just scoring off some basics. Running the floor each play, rebounding the ball, finishing when giving it, you know, in transition, just getting it done.
And right on cue, he runs the floor, gets an offensive rebound and putback.
Leads now 14 for Team 1. Offensive board, ball poked away. That was Levi that came in. He's gonna try to get back-to-back three-point makes. That one just off the mark. I told someone to close that door. They didn't hear me, Hemi. Coming up on the 2-minute mark. Both teams have shot it pretty well from three-point land so far in this game. Team 3 looking to try to get this thing down to single digits before they go into the half. Levi to Aru. That's been a good place to go so far. It continues to be.
I really don't have an answer for Aru right now. He's establishing his low block position. Look at Matt Levi here with the defense, the quick hands, the pitch ahead.
Allen Bailey with the follow-up. Lead now 18. Hill knocked down a triple earlier in the game. This one's contested, doesn't matter. I think that might be a 2. We'll see what they rule it as. And it will be a 2. Good hesitation.
Good move. Got the defense to raise their hand just slightly, and then Bradford quickly to the rim to finish. Nice cut there by Hayes. And that's been the story of the game so far for the Gray team.
Yeah. Good pull there by number 2, Allen Bailey, who's having a good first half. Aru gets a piece of that. They've got 10 seconds to work with. Good kick out.
Good kick.
So that is going to do it for the first half here at the Coach Hemi Fall Workout. Team 1 is in control with this one. We call that a Hezo. In and out Hezo and the layup drill. Malik Bradford. It's a nice move. We'll be back with more Coach Hemi Fall Workout. Second half is underway. Doesn't take us long to get our first points of the second installment. Young C.J. Herbert, the Mount Juliet, Tennessee native, puts us on the board and makes it a 23-point contest there with that triple. Pass inside to Hamilton. Hamilton trying to reverse. And he will go to the free throw line. Hamilton scores the 1-for-2 free throw opportunity. Here in the camp setting, you get fouled on a shooting foul, you go to the line. If you make that one free throw, you get 2 points. You miss it, you guessed it, you get 0. It's made to where there is some penalty for fouling a player in the act of shooting, but you don't spend too much time shooting free throws. For evaluation purposes, you want to see these players get up and down, get better in the process. So a good way to do it. Nice little split. And the finish. Like in the mid-range game that I'm seeing so far from Azel Eddings. Azel Eddings. Azel's first bucket was catch and shoot mid-range there. Showed a little bit of wiggle to be able to create that last mid-range opportunity, splitting through two defenders as they try to position themselves for that ball screen. Shows great confidence with the mid-range J. Good rebound by Hill. Trip to the line coming for Zay Kern. Eddings working baseline, now kicks it out to Hill. Take by Hamilton. Nobody has attacked the paint more than Hamilton here so far. He's had some empty trips, some trips to the line, some buckets. Like his intensity. One of the shorter players here, but does a great job using his body and really positioning himself to be able to take some contact. And we've got a nice little battle going on between he and Zay Kern. Like when guys take defending personal in a good way. You want to be focused and level-headed, but you also want to take pride in defending, especially in a camp setting where defense can sometimes be thrown to the wayside. Not necessarily at the Coach Hemi camps, but just overall. Eddings, short on the jumper. Hamilton trying to save it. Move by C.J. Herbert. He continues to impress. Both outside and inside. We take a look at how he started the second half. Now that's way too much space. They say hand down, man down. I haven't figured one out for when there's nobody around the guy. Got to figure out something that rhymes when it comes to that. For now, we'll just say C.J. Herbert canning the open triple there to start the second half. And he got the bucket on the inside there as well. Hemi, we've got a 19-point game. Still, while Team 3 is still fighting, I'm enjoying seeing some of the individual matchups within this matchup. Players like C.J. Herbert, but also Hamilton and Zay Kern, who have been sort of going at it and really stepping up the defensive pressure on each other. Aru, you knew he was coming to get that one.
Aru's done it all. I mean, blocking shots, rebounding, finishing around the rim. It's really hard to say too much about the job that he's done, but he's really impacted this game in nearly every facet.
Under the 11-minute mark now, a 19-point game. That pass, way too much air under it. It'll be stolen by Bradford. Bradford, left hand, left side. Lead back above 20. Hill drives baseline. Foul going to go against Matt Levi there. Skip pass over to Levi. Levi trying to go back to Kern. Guys, unselfish there on that play, maybe a little too unselfish. Tried to make one pass too many. They're in close proximity. It was stolen. Simpson back rims the floater. But they'll get another opportunity. Hill, strong step through, jump step, and lay in. There for number 28, Kavon Hill. Out of bounds. Take a look at that last move by Kavon Hill. Goes in strong. Plant and lay in there for Hill. Aru kicks it out. Levi tries a three-pointer now. No good. Aru had the rebound knocked away by Hill. Sticking with it is Zay Kern.
Kern, a definite stock riser here today. Scoring a lot of points. Setting the tempo here for his team.
2019 player. Levi feeling like he has a mouse in the house, relatively speaking. Number 20 letting him know it's not that easy. Denies the initial attempt, but Aru sticks with it and gets fouled. Three-pointer off the mark, rebound by C.J. Herbert. Hill going to try to get his first three-point make of the second half. No good. Rebound cleared out of there by Herbert. It will stay with Team 1. Levi no good on the hook, tries to thread the needle, and Hamilton was not having it. That's the same way we started the second half, and Herbert gets his second triple of the second half there in transition. Makes it 31-57.
Herbert's a kid that we saw back during the spring at the spring showcase. You know, caught our attention as a kid that, you know, good skill, good hustle player, but he's really showing himself to be a more polished player than what we remember even back during March. You know, the jumper coming out really smooth, high follow through. And look at this. Still the patented take the charge. Matter of fact, if I remember right, he often brags on social media about you know, how many charges he takes during the game.
Sets up and takes that one. Obviously, both feet set. So defending like that, he's made it a habit. We're gonna have Aru headed to the free throw line now. Hamilton loses his footing, but still able to get it to a teammate. Hamilton fearless, but Aru knocking that one away. 3 defenders around him. Move and finish off the glass for Aru.
Big fella out here doing work.
Yep. Plain and simple. Made it obvious that he'd be a problem there in the opening minutes. Problem that has not been solved here as we approach the 4-minute mark. C.J. Herbert putting together a nice game. We take a look at him here in transition a couple minutes ago. Over there by himself. Got a Coach Hemi sign and an empty seat there at the end of the bench. By the time the defender runs out there, it's way too late. Hazel Eddings, he's been quiet over the past few minutes, but has shown some wiggle in his game. Also, mid-range consistency, good hustle.
Bradford on the floor. Gonna get called for the kick. Turnover. Great defense there. That's
Great
Bailey, right? Yeah. Try to rise up on the fella.
Couldn't get that lay in to go, but he has reinforcements and they get the bucket. On a play like that, that's why sometimes it's good. Go ahead and initiate that contact. Not only can you really control the fate of the layup a little bit more, he's going to have to give you hard enough contact to either send you to the line or deter you. And it's hard to do that when you initiate it. Splash from the outside there for Mason Winningham.
Smooth looking jumper there by Mason. We saw the mid-range in the first half. I believe that's his second three maybe of the game already.
Minute 30. Pass inside to Hamilton. Like I said, I like how Hamilton is not afraid to be inside. You see him setting up on the block there. Now, how many times will he end up on the block this high school season? Maybe not a ton. But a player that doesn't mind using his small frame inside and taking some contact.
Right. And Hamilton, he's just one of those, just a ball player.
Yep.
Doesn't really, he's probably a point guard, long term, but he sees a couple, they got, all guards on the floor right now, and he understands that, hey, somebody's got to come down here and occupy this space.
Right. Obviously likes his chances. Calling for it now. The assist by Zay Kern.
Layup there by Samuel Lopez, I believe, and he's a kid out of Georgia, Alpharetta. 2018 prospect. Look at Hamilton, man. Even down 40, man, he's still competing. You got to love it.
Hey, he's a competitor. Much respect. That will do it for this one. Game one in the books here for the boys division at the Coach Hemi Showcase. We'll be back with more action here from Middle Tennessee.